Well, greetings YouTube model people, how's it going? And welcome to an absolutely gorgeous, perfect summer day here in northern New Jersey. I'm here in my mom's backyard again. Thought it'd be a fun setting to do a video, and it's just a Sunday afternoon. It's Sunday, August 27th, and I'm just chilling, relaxing back here, and just enjoying the weather. It's just perfect. It's really like low 80s. Very few clouds and dry, no humidity. So it is very pleasant out here. And, the seasons will be changing in this area in a few weeks. So we're trying to get all the summery weather in while we can, because it will change over pretty soon. So also, if you hear any overhead noise, those are basically two things. One, you have a flight path for aircraft that go to Teterboro Airport, even though Teterboro Airport is quite a few miles up the road. The mostly Lear jets and occasional Cessnas go overhead, especially on a Sunday afternoon. Usually, sometimes every minute and a half at its peak, because people coming into town for business Monday morning or coming home from the weekend, all that kind of stuff. And then she has another flight path that goes that way. That's Newark Airport, from like east to west, so to speak. So this one goes north to south. This one goes east to west. So if you hear some overhead noise, you'll know that those are actually planes. So it's an interesting thing. This is actually part of the busiest TCA traffic control area. They say it's one of the busiest in the world, believe it or not. Just not only in the country, but it's one of the busiest in the world. So because you have all these private airports, you have Newark, you have LaGuardia, JFK, you got even Philly and Boston. You can tie into that little nucleus of air traffic. But anyway, there's one now. That's a Lear jet going overhead. So anyway, really I just wanted to put a video up because I really haven't done one of these in a while. It's kind of just a overall channel update and more like project update, what I've been working on, what I'm going to be working on, that kind of thing. So let's just get cracking right into it. I have some little notes here in case I forget something. But really, I haven't been doing a tremendous amount of model building through the week. Saturday mornings, typically when I'm around, I'll get a couple hours in, or again, a lot of times this part of the year I'll go hiking or do something active on a Saturday, because again, the weather is nice and it's going to change, and we're getting, we'll want to do more indoor things, so we'll spend more time going forward. But right now, again, not a lot of time at the bench. The time I have spent at the bench, I'm just trying to finish up, which I'm very close to doing, my Wonder Woman build. It's kind of like a diorama. It's set on basically rocks with water, and there's an octopus in the water, and it's got a hold of Wonder Woman, and she's got the lasso of truth around the octopus, kind of getting him under control. And that's what I'm working on specifically, is the lasso of truth. Didn't like the one the kit had, so I basically substituted it with a piece of twine and just painted it, and basically had to just mount her to the base, and then also just get the twine kind of wrapped around neatly around the octopus. And it's going to be a little tricky because you got to glue a little at a time, because it's free-form moving twine. So I'll be doing that this week, and should be done for sure with that by the end of the week. And we'll be having a video of a final on that one, and then bringing it to the person I'm building it for, who lives actually not too far from my mom here, probably about 10 miles away, thereabouts. So that'll be cool to get that one done and off the bench. It's coming out pretty well, for me anyway. So now the other project I've been working on is the 2023 Whirlybird build. Let me just wait for a second. I don't know if you can hear that at all. Another plane. And the Whirlybird, I'm working on the 1/48 scale Blue Thunder. Excellent kit so far. It's a Oshima, however you want to say that. And really, it's going together so far. It's going very well. It's a little tricky. It's a helicopter, so you got to know the sequence of, I don't build a lot of helicopters, so when to paint stuff, when not, how much you can do before you, or whatever, masking is involved, for paint. So I'll be putting up a video update for that probably tomorrow night or Tuesday night, not sure, most likely tomorrow night. So look for that. I'll show you, some of the details that are done on that Whirlybird build. That again is Brian BG's Model Workshop. Go check it out. The build ends on September 1st, but I'm not going to unfortunately make that deadline, so it's going to go past that. But it's that's I really like to participate in group builds. As you've probably seen, most of the builds I work on are group builds. And, it's hard to say no sometimes because so many cool ideas and subject areas and worthy things too from time to time. So, I can't always build it within the prescribed timelines, and some of that's due to just personal things, and then it's also sometimes I just don't have the time. So we try to do the best we can with that. I assure you we do. So that one I've been working on a bit, and I've also been tinkering around, just trying to get all the actual assembly done for my Coast Guard build, the Albatross I'm working on for my hosted group build of the Armed Forces group build. So that one is pretty much, I just have landing gear to put on because I will be sitting it on a tarmac. I'm not going to have it in flight, and just have to assemble the landing gear, and then I can go into paint. Although the paint's going to be a bit tricky because with Coast Guard, you have the red, the white, and a little bit of black in there, and this area's got a mask and all that. So it's a little bit of a tricky paint work to be done there. So, and speaking of paint, look real quick, let me just go back to Blue Thunder for a minute. Thank you, Bob, again. He was working on, Bob Bootsking was working on the Thunderbird also, or not Thunderbird, the Blue Thunder. I've been saying Thunderbird instead of Blue Thunder. I'm sorry, I meant Blue Thunder for the Whirlybird. He's working on the 1/32 scale monogram kit. He finished, actually. Very awesome build. And thank you again, Bob, for sharing the paint that you used for the Blue Thunder, because it is a very unique blue. It almost looks black or gray, but it's very dark blue. And it was a dark mica blue, I believe it is, from Tamiya. So I just had that delivered to me yesterday. So I'm excited now that I have the right color, because I was kind of wondering what color am I going to use here for this, because it's a little bit of a tricky one. So again, shout out to Bob for sharing that information. That's always good to know. So as I said, I'm working on the Coast Guard. So I'm not really spending a lot of time on that, just a little bit here and there. Now, build I will be starting up as soon as the Wonder Woman is done. We're going to be getting into the seriously with the GI Scale Mechanics motorcycle build for 2023. I am definitely participating. I have the kit. I've had the kit for almost a year, actually. And I've looked through, basically all I've done is opened up the box, looked through the instructions just to get an idea what I'm in for and all that stuff. So we'll be starting as soon as Wonder Woman's done. We'll be taking on the motorcycle build, and I'll do what's in the box and show you all the parts and pieces before we start and all that good stuff. Starting October 1st, Bob Bootsking is gracious enough again to host what I believe is all important cancer awareness group build. Definitely check out his channel for all the particulars, but it pretty much runs the whole month of October, and that's how that works. So again, go check out his channel for the details. I'm definitely participating. I have a kit picked out for it. Actually, I recently acquired that kit. I'll show it to you in a Stash Ads video maybe this week. So that's what we'll be doing there. And then beyond that, we have Russell Model Cars just today dropped a video on YouTube for his annual Halloween group build, which is always a fun time. It actually starts September 1st and runs through till the end of October, Halloween, October 31st. So definitely check out Russell's channel. Great guy, great builder, and he's hosting this Halloween build the last couple of years, and really it's going to be a great time. I have my kit picked out already for that. And again, that runs September 1st through October 31st. And then, believe it or not, it may seem like I've not forgotten about the Fred Henry and Jeff Model Car Garage hosted NASCAR Build. That goes till early November. So we're hoping as soon as we get the Whirlybird done, we can sneak in and get that NASCAR on the bench and start working on that one. So as you can see, a full bench of projects. All I ask is if you give me some patience with the timelines and when things are due. I do try to get it done when I can, as best I can, but I'm not going to rush a project for the sake of the deadline. If it's going along well, I'm definitely taking my time and doing a reputable job with it. It's just something that I do, right? So we don't just slap a bunch of things together and call it done. So again, I appreciate the patience on that. I know I'm rarely within the prescribed timeline, and I do apologize for that. But anyway, to all of you, I hope you're all having a good time this weekend. Enjoy the last little bit of weekend we have here. in the States anyway, and hope you're well. Just a quick, it's hard to see because I was just literally there in May. My thoughts are with all the people and anyone who may know somebody over in Hawaii. Just absolutely horrible situation there with the wildfires and such. My heart and thoughts are with with all of them. And again, we were right there in Maui, right in Lahaina and all that. So it's quite stirring to see some of that same area there that I was just at literally just a few months ago. So again, thoughts are with them, and all the best for them. So with that, folks, we're going to say cheers, and as I said, have a great rest of your weekend.